Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hello.
Exceptional whiskeys that hit home.
Thank y'all for coming tonight. And okay,
Everything's dropping.
all the notifications are going out. Okay, because I go through and I click notify me on everybody's thing to make sure everybody's stuff goes out. And my OCD takes over. Anyway, I don't know if anybody else, but it's been one hell of a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've had Lady G lost one of her dogs this week, and very sad, very heartbreaking. Arwen the Gray, one of our common chatters in all the groups, she had surgery today. And Heather, did we hear any results or just okay?
No, she just said that she would try to pop in if she could, and I thought it would be nice if we could also.
Okay, well, let's all
some healing
be sure y'all
energy
say a
to
prayer for her.
Arwen the Gray.
Yeah, for
shoulder.
speedy recovery. That's no fun. And then
Feel better, Arwen. Mwah.
Yes,
of
please.
course, we lost the indomitable, unbelievable Tina Turner this afternoon at 83. I'm still like just gobsmacked over it. It just doesn't seem right. She wasn't old enough to go. I mean, I'm sure some people think 83, that's old. But it's like, no, it's not.
It's old when you're 20.
You get to that number, the more you're like, no, that's not old.
No.
I don't feel old.
Today's standards, yeah. I mean,
Hi, everyone.
Richard is almost 100. He's still playing.
Oh my goodness. And let's see. I got all the little requests out. I was fast writing them down as we were backstage, trying to make sure that I didn't miss anybody. And there's Allison. Yay, she made it.
Sorry. Hi. Sorry, everybody. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. We just got going.
Life happens.
That's it. Yeah.
And
life
children
happens.
that don't take care of their airline flight correctly happen. Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Mommy to the rescue.
Yes.
Isn't it funny? No matter how old they get, they still rely on mommy to.
Yeah, and certain things just are not done
to take care of everything.
But enough about me. Yeah.
Okay. Well. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for coming tonight and joining us. We have kind of an interesting. I was sitting here just before we got started, and I was like, "Well, this is a question I asked everybody." I know we got that. I was like, "I don't remember now what the hell I asked." Let me see. Okay. Basically, my question for everyone this week, and for all of you in chat, sit and think about this, and maybe ponder on it, how you would feel about it. But basically, how do you know when something that's happening around you is a message from spirit, specifically for you? Not the generic things. Oh, you look up and the clock says 1111 or whatever. Granted, yes, those are messages from spirit. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they're not, because they are. But I'm talking about really, really specific actions that happen or things that occur that just kind of whacks you upside the head, and you feel like spirit saying, "Hey, I'm talking to you, pay attention." So that's kind of been my question is, how do you know when that happens and that's what it is that's happening, and then how do you respond to it? I guess since it's my question, I'll go first. I guess what I was thinking of is there have been times in my life, even before I knew about any of this stuff, about any of the metaphysical world. I've talked about it some, and that was with the picture of my guides, where I got an actual verbal audio voice say in my head, "We're your guides," and I'm like, "What the heck does that mean?" And there have been a few other times, not that long ago, I had watched the video Susan Lynn had done. And she was talking about synchronicities and how if you're really, really thinking on something, it's funny how nature will respond with something that will be completely out of the ordinary for what's going on. And it was like a day or two later, and I was sitting outside at lunch under the tree, and I felt this presence, and I looked over, and there sat a squirrel, like halfway up the tree, pretty much eye level with me. And it just sat there and looked at me, looked at me, and looked at me. And I started talking to this dumb squirrel, and it's like moving its head back and forth, like he understood what I was saying. And I had like a 10-minute conversation with this damn squirrel, with this squirrel paying rapt attention to what I was talking about. And I didn't have food with me, so I didn't have that kind of attention from him. And then I kind of wound down talking to him, and the squirrel just kind of flipped his tail and it's like, okay, bye, I'm gone, and took off. And when I got home, I ran across something in a book that I was repacking some stuff, and there was like a little note, handwritten note in it that was from my husband. Reminded me something mundane, nothing major, like don't forget to stop and get da 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 da. And it just really hit me. First, I saw Susan's little video, and then that damn squirrel just out of the blue. I mean, we've got squirrels all over campus. You get used to them, but they normally don't come hang out with you for 10 or 15 minutes and just chatter at you and let you talk to them. That's unusual. And then to come home on top of that, and I find this, 20 something year old note that's been stuck in a book that it just, that's probably the most significant message I've ever really had, kind of really whacked me. And of course, other than that, doing this, I mean, um, when I first started going, I had somebody that just up and said, you're psychic, you're a reader. What's your address? And she sent me cards. And the minute I started handling the cards, it felt right. And then I started feeling pulled to oracles. Decided, okay, I need to buy an oracle deck. What happens? Allie has a giveaway, and I won an oracle deck. And it was like, okay, I get it. That's the direction you want me to go in. So that's kind of what I was thinking of. Is y'all may have more, I don't know, dramatic things that have happened, but right now, today, tonight, that's all I can think about. So I'm going to shut up now and let the next person go. So, Heather, you're next in line, so you get to go.
Well, for me, a lot of coincidences do revolve around animals, because a lot of people forget that animals are spirit, and they're angelic spirits, and they have the strongest, some of, if not the most strongest, medicine and messages for us, um, to help us on on our earth walk, and trying to go through and think of every single one, leading up to, like, my Piper. She passed away. She was my shepherd. Yeah, my shepherd chow mix that I rescued in Arizona. And after she had passed away about 8 years ago, I really didn't dream about her or anything. It was very rare. And 2 years later, we lost Lilu, my other rescue. She was a Greyhound Whippet mix. And so, since Lilu passed in 2018, after mostly about Lilu and not so much about Piper, and Mark was like, well, because she's off running around doing her thing with the other fur babies, but Lilu's hanging around. She'll join you again someday. I'm like, okay. So last week, Piper started showing up in my dreams, which is very unusual. And then I think it was Saturday or something. Shan and I were at the park, and a guy had let his dog off the leash, and the dog ran up to me, and I didn't see it. And so all of a sudden, boom, there's a dog next to me, and it was a shepherd. And I said, "Oh, hello, sweetheart." He goes, "Are you okay? I didn't mean to. Do you want to put her back on the leash?" He says, "She's fine." Like, I know it's okay. And so I'm talking to him, and I go, my dog I had a couple years ago was a shepherd, chow mix. Um, her name was Piper. What's your dog's name? And he smiled at me and he said, her name's Piper. So it's rare for me to come across anybody who, Pipers are relatively, I guess, new I don't know if it's becoming popular or what, but I rarely meet anybody with a dog with the same names as, because I try to do them really original. My Piper was named after Piper Halliwell from the Charm series. So that's where I got that name for Piper. And so
I'll be right back, y'all. Keep going.
Okay, so him and I are talking, and the dog, his Piper disappears into the little bit of the field next to the river by the water, and I'm telling him, yeah, I mean, we used to take her, walking. She would try to find the biggest stick that she could, sometimes two times her size, that she can carry, and she would bring it to us. And as I'm telling him this, his Piper comes out, and she's doing the exact same thing. I mean, this stick was twice the size length of this dog, and him and I are just looking at each other, and I'm like, oh my god, so it felt like she was coming to me. Next day I go to the store to get something to eat. They put in a new glass panel for the sub shop. At the very top was the name of the company, Piper. Okay, what is going on with Piper? And then over the weekend, my Ziva got very sick. She and I didn't have money for an emergency vet on a Sunday. So Monday morning, they said, bring her in. And I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this was Piper letting us know that she's here. She's here for Ziva. Ziva's not well. I thought she was going to cross because Ziva is 15. Um, and so we take her into the waiting room, and I'm like, oh my God, is my Ziva going to be okay? And I look up, and they have a display of new pets that they welcomed into the family. And right there at the top of the corner is the name Piper.
Oh, I'd say that's a lot of synchronicities.
Yeah, definitely.
And so I felt like, okay, Piper's here. And that's also the place where we had to put Piper down in my Lilu. So taking Ziva there, it was I was doing my best to keep my shit together, excuse my language, but people who are fur moms and fur dads and have fur babies, they understand. And so I think she's going to be okay. And quite a bit of money later and a couple tests, we found out that it was gastrointestinal. She's on meds. She's eating a little bit more now, and she's doing a lot better. So I'm kind of looking back in retrospect that, this was Piper, letting us know, and she was going to be okay. And when I was at the park yesterday, just something made me turn around. And when I turned around, this out of nowhere, this groundhog just went running, stopped, looked over like this, went down, stopped again, looked at me this way, and then disappeared in the woods. And I'm like, okay. I looked up groundhog, and one of the things is perseverance, basically keeping faith. And I'm just like, okay. And so I don't want to keep us too much longer, but that's one of my.
I love that.
I do too. That was great. Sorry, y'all. I had a mommy issue to deal with. So, okay, Val, you're up.
Okay, I loved Heather's story because synchronicities is one big way to know they're trying to get your attention when things keep coming in front of your face over and over. But a lot of times in the beginning, I would dream something and, or just get that sense of deja vu. And I'd be in a situation at work and I get the hit, the deja vu, the flashback. of knowing that if I say the wrong thing, there's going to be a lot of trouble. Just tread carefully. And
Yeah.
I would always be able to avoid situations by that deja vu. I must have had precognitive dreams I didn't remember. And I would have the deja vu. But also, how I know is when things happen and you get the chills, when you're walking around and you're doing something and all of a sudden you get the chills looking at something, or, you know, something alerts you by your connection with, for me, it's getting the chills. And you might have this flash of knowing, this inner knowing just comes into your mind. This is something to stop and look at. This is something to pay attention to. And that's something that stops you in your tracks. So to use Sherry's words about how a message comes through and how you know it's from your higher self, from your guides, and to pay attention to that. That's all I have to say on the
That's
subject.
cool. And that's really cool, Mary, what you've got to say.
Yeah,
That's
I saw that. I was like, okay, I have to stick that up there.
Yeah.
Because
uh-huh.
it's, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Allie, you're up.
Okay, so most of you know my brother passed in December of last year, and it was cold, and I went out to the garage, and there was a hummingbird floating in the air, and it was probably about 30 degrees outside. So I went, of course, you know, I went to Arizona, had a fabulous time. We were in groups. My group was the C group, and we were in Mel Dor's class the first day, and he asked us to go inside, get a message for ourselves, or get an answer to something, and then bring back a message for somebody else if somebody else has it that was in the group. So, you know, everybody gave messages. My message that I got to give was 90 degrees. That was the message I got. And Mel said that was what the degrees were in the car at the airport. And they told him it was really 104 outside. So that was really good. And then around the corner, we come to a lady named Diane, and she says she gets a hummingbird. And so I said, yep, that would be me. And so, you know, felt very validated. And she and I ended up reading for each other and becoming, you know, fairly, I had such great experiences becoming very close with folks. Agape Awakening is here. Her name is Allison, and she and I made, you know, we also had a lot of good experiences. But the best part of the story is that we are, you can eat inside the building or outside the building under an awning. And so we all decided to eat outside under the awning, and up comes a hummingbird. And so we just, you know, we thought, oh my God, this is fabulous. And so the last day we were there, we were able to see that there was a hummingbird's nest with 2 baby hummingbird heads in there.
Oh.
And it, you know, a couple people said hummingbirds to them wasn't too exciting because apparently they have them a lot around that area and they poop all over the deck or whatever. But in my case, it just resonated so much with my brother's passing. And of course, hummingbirds come, I guess, when death is imminent or, you know, somebody has just crossed over. So, yeah, I got more than one resonance with hummingbird, and and so again, it's an animal, but you know, or a bird, of course. But yeah, it was just fabulous. Yeah, they were amazing. The hummingbirds were amazing.
That's wonderful.
I want to jump in real quick because I just remembered the other one that I wanted to share with everybody before I forget again. That's how tired my brain is. About a month or so ago, my son and I were on the patio. It was still cold. Not a time that you see butterflies. And we were sitting there and just doing our own thing. He was listening to music. I was on the screen. And all of a sudden I look up and there was this huge monarch butterfly, black and gold butterfly, who came flying into the patio, flitted all around his head and like danced around and then came over to me and did the same thing and then flew off. And both of us just sat there dumbfounded, like, okay, wow, that was wild. And so I later that evening, I just kind of meditated on it. It was like, I'm not understanding what you're trying to show me with this. And I heard from my mom. And 2 days later, that same butterfly came back. And
Wow.
so it was like I was just getting confirmation of the
Yep.
message I got from my mother, who drew my attention to her trying to talk to me with the butterfly. So it's just one of those
Wow.
weird things. It's one of those things where you kind of get walloped upside the head and say, oh, okay, I'm paying attention.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, I'm sorry I interrupted y'all. Go ahead, Marina, you're next.
That's okay. The way that I kind of read your question and kind of thought about it was, I will generally know when the message is from spirit by the way that it makes me feel. And it's a little bit of a process, but I'll get a thought that comes into my head, and then I'll feel like almost like anxiety or a churning. Something turns in my solar plexus. I will then check in and say, okay, is this for me or is this somebody else? If it's for me, it goes away, instantly goes away. And then I know, okay, so I have to pay attention to either what I was doing before or what I was thinking before or so on. If it continues, then I know it's for someone else. And then I can sort of, kind of go through my checklist. Okay, is this for this one, this one, this one? And then, yeah, when I get to the right one, again, the feeling just goes away. It's a release. And I will use that sometimes, when I get an impression like that of somebody, I'll give them a call, send them a text, whatever, and say, hey, hope your day's going okay. Just, got a little hit on you, so we just want to make sure everything is okay. So that's kind of the way that I use it. And then there are other times when things just appear in front of you that you go, yeah, okay, I can't make this up like this. So let me tell you what happened yesterday. Yesterday, I decided, spur of the moment, I don't know why, that I was going to go and get some more incense. The store isn't that far from me, so I drove down there, happy as could be. I get in there, I pick up my incense, and I hear the voice that says, okay, now go walk around. I'm like, all right. So I walked around. I don't need anything. I wasn't, except for the incense, there was no other reason for me to be there. So as I'm walking, okay, at my eye level, something pops up. And I look at it and I went, oh, okay, I get it. This is what it was.
Oh, wow. I love it.
Sister.
Oh my God.
And I thought,
That
okay,
is
well,
awesome, Marina.
Yeah.
yeah, that is coming home with me. That was why I needed to be there. It was the one and only one. It's not like they had duplicates or whatever. So yeah, I got home after that. I went through it. It's a fantastic deck. Really, really liked it. The pictures on it are just fantastic. And the little book that came with it has kind of like the major points of each card. So I thought, okay, I'm going to be working with this, and there's too many things to remember. So I actually wrote down at the bottom of the cards. I don't know if you could see it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Good
So
idea.
the keywords,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Persephone, resilience, adjustments, faith. So
Mhm.
I've been playing with them all day long. And listen, Sherry, I see you looking down. I know exactly where you are. And I can tell you right now that the website that shall remain nameless does have it.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
So those of you who want, yeah, go get
You're
it.
caught, Sherry.
Yeah, yeah. I knew what she was doing when she's looking down. I know
Yeah.
she's
And
checking it out.
Marina, I got the chills when you were talking about it. So I mean, it was really meant to be.
It was.
Yeah, absolutely. So it was, and kind of to bring it all together. Yes, it was. I didn't need to go to the store yesterday. I had enough incense to keep me going. And I
Right.
was in the middle of something when I got the message, go get some incense.
Mm-hmm.
So I went,
Mm-hmm.
okay. And even my son said, where are you going? So apparently I have to go get incense. So that's
So, yeah,
yeah.
on the way back in Idaho, I don't know why I never buy lottery tickets, ever, ever, ever. And I went in and this lady said, oh, I said, I think I'll buy some lottery tickets. Well, I got $16, but still,
Well,
16 more than you
there you go.
can.
That's
I
16
listened
bucks
to
you did
what,
not have in your pocket. Now go
that's
12
right.
bucks and have
That's
some.
right. It's $12 more than I had. That's right. Yeah.
That's
That's
awesome.
right. Exactly. So
Telling you the universe is abundant for you. And here
Oh,
it
I
all-
said the first
yeah.
scratcher's ticket I ever bought. I won $20 on it. I was like, oh wow. And there was a guy standing next to me. He says, oh, you gonna buy some more? I said, no. It's like, I won. I'm good.
Yep.
You're good.
I got my dollar back and 19 more to boot. So I'm a happy camper.
Uh-huh.
I said, now if we could just add a couple more extra zeros
I know.
after that universe.
Yes.
160,000 would have been nice. But
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Allison. Last but not least.
I'm loving hearing so many of you mention the animals because, of course, that is mine. But it really does touch me to hear that because that's my heart. And so, and I love hearing stuff from other people. I spend, as you guys know, a lot of time outside, so I have animal encounters daily. But the ones that are special and that I know are spirit, I know because either I'll have an unusual encounter or I'll have the same animal showing up an unrealistic amount of time within a short period of time, like a couple hours or something. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
And I don't look animals up. I have books and everything. I know what they mean when they come. And I guess I'd never really thought about it. And I should probably mention this to Val. Because we've talked about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's one of my things for sure. And I just don't really, yeah, I probably need to look at that a little closer. For me, it's just so natural that I don't really, anyhow, yes, that's what it is. Messages from the animal kingdom, and primarily it's birds. It's birds, birds, all the different birds, and they mean different things. And but also just it can be anything. Lately, I'm dealing with a lot of rabbits, which makes sense. My son is coming home. For me, rabbits are family, and me being a mom and motherhood. And for me, the squirrels is all about being prepared and preparedness. And squirrels are actually very wise, and they know what to do. They are a little silly in the sense that this wouldn't be so wise as they do bury nuts and things all over the place, and then apparently they don't know exactly where they buried them. So that right there, I think that's just poor navigation skills, which I have poor navigation skills myself. But no, for me, and I'll just share one quick little thing that just happened yesterday. I was on my morning route. Many of you know that I'm now driving a school bus, and I had, and I can't believe I'm spacing out. I was just thinking about it a second. Not acorn, not downy. It's the largest woodpecker that we have here in Michigan. Anyways, I believe it was a male, but it flew over my bus low enough that I could see it, which is odd. And then it was like my bus was kind of like staying with it for a moment. I got a really good look at it from the underside. Thankfully, I'm slowing down for a light because I was looking at it. And then it went into the trees, and I was able until I couldn't catch it anymore. I couldn't follow it anymore. And that was for me. And I don't get woodpecker a whole lot because they're not here for a large period of time. It's usually just the downies, and there are a few others. Anyways, the whole point of it was, and this was kind of unique, and I'm pretty sure that this is what it is. I want to be doing drumming, and I've been wanting to get a djembe drum, and I'm probably going to go ahead and get one this summer, I think. And woodpeckers are drumming. But anyways, how that was very cool. I've also had several other encounters just in the last week because there's so much activity because it's spring, right? And I'm outside in the morning, 2 hours every morning. I'm driving out in the country and back roads and everything. So I'm seeing even more than usual. So it's kind of a blessing. It's been very cool, but I'll stop. But yeah, it's animals for sure, how they show up, if they keep showing up. And I have some book definitions, but I define them myself. I know what they mean. And so it's kind of become cool because then spirit just works with you, and it's like, okay. And my mom comes as male mallard ducks. So when mallard ducks show up, that's my mom popping in.
That's cool.
Nice. She sends them.
Yeah.
And it's funny you say woodpecker because not a week ago, we were sitting out on the patio late one afternoon, and it was a very metallic, and my son was like, what the hell is that noise? I said, I heard it about a week ago, and I walked around. It's a damn woodpecker that's on one of the light poles out there, and he's trying to drill a hole through the light pole, and he's like, there's 2 trees next to him. I don't know why he's not in the trees. But he gets on that tall aluminum pole and just goes to town on it.
He thought it would be strong.
That's how you can tell the political party it belongs to. It's clearly a Republican.
But I want to say with Serena with the white butterflies, because I absolutely love butterflies. They're one of my totems. White butterflies, I believe it's in the Chinese tradition, are actually our ancestors that come by to say hello. So that's that's like the main association with the white butterflies is our ancestors, our spirit, family. You can maybe even consider, guides, but when they start, showing up and start flying around you, it's more than often. That's a sign that your ancestors are around, whether giving support or trying to guide you or give you a sign of something. And just really quick, I have my deck I pulled out recently. I don't know if anybody remembers Susan Sadan Boulay, that incredible Brazilian artist from back in the 80s. We lost her way too early to breast cancer. And I have one of her decks. And just really quickly, this isn't long. She has a card separate for animal deities, and she writes, too many peoples around the globe, animals represent the first beings, the ancient ones, the all-knowing deities responsible for the creation of all things and the source of strength and guidance in times of trouble or need. So I just wanted to share that.
That was nice.
That's a big,
very nice. Yeah, for me, it's
Animals are very
dragonflies. I
intelligent.
see dragonflies when something's going to happen, or it's transformational times are coming, or that's my thing.
Val, I actually had a dragonfly appear about, I would say, 3 months after my dad passed away. We had to put up a new fence, and I went out and I went, oh my God, back then we just had those little, click. This was like 97, 98. And the wings, the span, Val, was this long. It was one of those out of nowhere. They don't come, they're not in that area. So I know this was spirit, and his wings were like that wide. His head was like that big.
Or a fairy.
The picture. I do have it saved somewhere, but yes, dragonflies are
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
that was
something.
the sign, definitely.
Mhm.
I think from my dad,
Yeah,
saying that he was
definitely.
okay.
That was great.
Okay.
Very good.
So shall we get to some questions?
Yes, I was just gonna say it looks like we've all kind of talked ourselves down. So now it's time to go to the question portion.
I could keep going and going and
Thank
going.
you
There's
for
so
every.
I
many
Yeah, I know,
know.
me
wonderful
too.
stories
It's
to share. Yeah.
nature. I mean, when I need to recharge and refresh my soul, I have to go outside. I don't care how hot, how cold, wet, dry, doesn't matter. I have to go outside into nature in order to do it. It's just something about that. There's this little cubby hole up, like up in the corner of the building of where I work,
Mhm.
where there's like an inset, and so there's like an inside corner with trees and bushes all around, and I've got a little step ladder at work, and I'll go bring it with me, and I'll go sit out there for my lunch break. Sometimes instead of sitting in the car, I'll just go sit under the trees, and it's just, to me, I get recharged when I do that.
Mhm.
Right. That's
Yeah.
what we're
And
supposed to do.
okay,
That's
so
what the planet's here for.
That's why it feels
going with
good.
the questions here. Now we take questions. I've seen several people post questions. We do not take questions from chat, simply because it's we're trying to keep a grip on the time level. We do ask that if you have any questions, you post them in our community tabs. We all post the link, the reminder that the show's coming up on Wednesday. We usually post it on Monday. I was late this week. My apologies. And so, and then just go in underneath that posting and you can put your question in the comments. And then we pull all the questions together and we will try to get through as many as we can. We try to wrap this up within an hour so that
Yeah.
it's not, running too long, because like some of us got home from work and didn't even get to go to the bathroom yet. So we're gonna be running when the show's over.
Well, we can
Um,
hold space for you, Sherry, while we're waiting for you to go and use the
Yeah,
ladies'
yeah.
room.
if
We
it
don't want
gets
to
that
keep
bad,
you.
I will click
Yeah.
off and I'll be back. But
Yes.
okay,
We'll man the ship for you.
let's see. We had a question from Janice Bass. I don't know if she is still, if she is here today. Janice, are you in the chat? Are you here?
What's the name?
Janice, JANISBASS.
Okay. I haven't seen anybody with that name in your
I
chat.
haven't either, and I've been kind of
No.
skipping up and down.
No, I haven't either.
So I'm gonna skip that one. I don't
Yeah.
want to try to pull energy on somebody that's not here.
Yeah.
It's too exhausting.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, what about Marsha Adams? Is Marsha Adams here? Has anyone seen that name?
I have not in yours, no.
No, I haven't. I've just been looking in the StreamYard chat. I haven't even looked at the other chats.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about Rosa Simon? Rosa Simon? I don't think Rosa is here either.
I mean, we appreciate the questions.
Yes, very much
for
so. We
posting
thank you
them
for
ahead
that.
of time. But you need to be here.
Yeah.
For us to be able to.
What about Andrea Hector? Andrea 54 Hector. Are you here? Come on down.
Yeah.
Maybe
Next up on The Price is Right.
if all else fails, we can do a collective.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
share some
well,
more
yeah,
stories.
and that was one of the questions.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sure was.
Yeah.
Is Pixie Dust here? I'm seeing names on the question that I haven't seen in the.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
think I've ever
familiar
seen
with
in
some of
chat.
these
So,
Yeah.
Paula.
Rosa's
Oh,
here.
Rosa Simon says, I'm here. I'm
Oh,
here.
Rosa Simon's here. Yay! Somebody's here.
Whoa.
All right, where'd you go, Rosa? I had you a minute ago.
Thank you for being here, Rosa. We appreciate you very
Yes.
much.
Definitely.
Okay.
Hi, Valerie B.
So, Rosa, you make sure I got the right person with the right question. Any messages from spirit? You lost your kitty cat a couple of weeks ago. Is Loki okay? I heard yes in my head, but
That was
we're
Shan's
gonna
one
draw
dog
that.
name was Loki. Wow.
That's a great name. So
Yeah,
I
Shan
mean,
had a Chow boxer pit.
What
back
is
in
her
the
name?
80s.
We're not posting it on the screen. What's her name? Rosa?
her name is Rosa. Yes,
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Rosa, right here.
Oh,
And
Rosa.
Well, I got a card here, Rosa. I see that Loki is surrounded by love. So, in whatever manifestation that is for the kitty, um, whoever is either taking care of it is treating it with love and respect, or if for another reason that the kitty cat may have transitioned, I don't know, because we don't ever know those things. But I do see love is surrounding the cat. So I surely hope you find. He was only 6. Oh, that's so sad. I'm sorry to hear that. It's been a
and
tough week. A lot of people are losing, uh,
And I
losing,
almost thought we were going to
yeah.
lose mine too.
right,
So,
animals and
well,
people, unfortunately. Yeah.
And Rosa, are you sure that the kitty cat has transitioned, or is it just a case of he's no longer with you and you assume? So if you can just let me know that, because yeah, um, yeah, that's kind of
well, I've got
gonna
cards. I
depend.
mean, sorry.
Go.
I'm sorry,
No,
sweetheart.
no, 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 no. I'm waiting for her to answer. So
Okay.
go ahead, Heather.
So just really quick, she is in a beautiful place. But what
Mhm.
card was right at the top of my other deck I had set aside was this, and I got leopard, and it says leopards are phenomenal hunters known for their stealth and ability to stalk prey. Um,
Oh,
Let me go down here.
Rosette.
The leopard was thought to maintain its strength and purity. So stealth, it feels like this is part of her saying, well, this is how I saw myself. I was stealthy. I was a great hunter. I hunted my prey. Whether that was she was an indoor, outdoor, or just an indoor. Even their toys consider their prey. Sometimes we'll throw things on the floor that Ziva considers her prey. She'll yowl, put it in her mouth, and drop it at her feet. So strength, purity. So I feel like she's saying she's in a beautiful place.
Mhm.
Um, she feels strong. Her strength is back. Be strong, and that she was a very good hunter when she was with you. That's stealth. I keep feeling like I was a good hunter, mommy. I proved that to you. So I'll leave it
yeah.
there, and I hope that resonates with you with her, because I'm a fur mama too. I got two kitties.
Yeah. And Joan B, no, I think Joan B, you're on the list. So I think you're okay. If you left it in my community post, I think you might be okay. So what I got, and this is from the Mystic Sisters, is I got her secrets, and
Mm.
she was, yeah, this is about secrets and listening. And she was a great cat to talk to, and I think that you probably told her a lot of secrets, and she was a very good keeper of your secrets. I also got the Mystic Sisters.
I love
Uh,
that.
yeah, which is psychic connection and shared visions. So you two are connected. Like, I think you're going to be able to you're just going to be able to sense when um, the kitty is around, because I think it's almost like you share the same energy. So yeah, when you get that feeling and you see something out of the corner of my eye, yeah, know that that's Loki. Yeah, absolutely.
Where I got, I will always point you in the right direction. These are the talking to heaven. So she is with you right now, and she'll remain with you, and she's going to help you along the way. You'll get signs. Pay attention. So she may have transitioned, multidimensional metamorphosis, going to the butterfly into something else. But she is with you.
Mhm.
Oh, she said he had a very calming spirit. Yes. Yeah. The kind of kitty that, like I said, you could talk to, you could share secrets with.
Oh, can I show something? Trish just got in the
Yes.
this is something Trish did for me. This dragonfly, and
Wow.
it's sacred geometry, light code, diamond light code information. This
Nice.
channel.
Gorgeous.
Very nice.
Wow.
So much coming off of this. I can't even tell you.
Well done. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
just have to share that with
And
you.
Sherry, it's your colors.
Oh, it's
Like
just
your spirit
Yeah.
guides in
Yeah.
the picture.
so unbelievably gorgeous, and the energy is phenomenal. So I don't know if she'll do it, but she may channel people's personal individual ones. So,
Nice.
because this is a never-ending fountain of transformational energies and light codes coming off of it.
It's beautiful.
There you go.
Nice.
Okay, Allison, you're up. Your turn.
Oh.
I know it looks like I'm shooting myself in my head. I'm just trying to tell you, we can't hear you.
So, it's Rosa, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So, so Rosa, I pulled from two different decks. I got Bear from the Wild Unknown. And this is beautiful. This is about reawakening, right? From the spiritual slumber, crossing over, right? And would be the symbolism that I would see, but that's what Bear is, right? Because what do bears do with the hibernation and all of that? And then I pulled from the Flowers of the Night Oracle. And is this a male cat?
Yeah.
Or a female cat?
Male. Yeah, she
male.
said
Okay,
male.
It feels very male. The cards that I got are more masculine than feminine. I mean, they are cats, but cats are, they're feline, but this feels more male. So, and the bear card, this just looks like a boy card.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anyhow, even though the whole mama bear thing, whatever. But anyways, so the message here that I got, this is one of my favorite ones in this deck. I got with this owl. I got focus, intimacy, and pleasure. This is about him saying, just remember all the cuddly, cozy, what cats do, right? That sweet side that they do show when they're not being cats, right? And all cats are different. I had cats my whole life. Yes, they're all very different, how dogs are very different, but there is a common thread with cats, right? They mess with you when they want to. And so it's on their terms. But this is a very sweet message, the focusing on the pleasure and the intimacy, right? It's like remember the good stuff. And the overall energy, though, was release. So, which you probably are, but if you're having any issues with that, this is Loki saying it's okay to let me go. I'm still here anyhow, right? And this whole bear card tells me that as well. Probably still going to be cuddling with you and coming around.
Yeah.
However he's able to, we don't know how that works. And we won't know until we die ourselves and cross over, or remember, I should say. But do they come around? Yes, they do. But how and when and whatever, that's not for us to know. But it does absolutely happen. And I'm sorry for your loss, but we're all going to be together again. So this is, in the meantime, it's this kind of visit. That's it. That's all I have.
Clearly, when my
Okay.
dog comes to me in dreams and lets me know, or in person, they're there.
Yeah.
They're with us. They
Okay,
never
well,
leave.
first, Rosa, I pulled Skunk Spirit for you. I think this is Loki's way of telling you to realize and know what your worth is. That you're worthy of another animal's love. Um, you're worthy to continue to open up to other animals, other pets that may need a home. That's just what I was really getting was open up for another pet. And then I pulled in perfect harmony because now he's where there is perfect harmony, and he wants to see that for you. He wants you to experience that perfect harmony.
Yeah.
Um, and to just to know that he's there. He comes to visit you. I have pets that still come to visit me. They don't stay very long, but they pop in every now and again and let themselves be known. And I think it's a beautiful thing when you have a relationship that close with a pet
Yeah.
that they continue to come back to comfort you after they're gone because they know that you're
Absolutely.
you're
Yeah.
grieving for them.
Yeah.
So thank you, Rosa, very much for the question. I hope that resonated with you. Um,
And just really quick, Allison, Hilda says you're a little low, and I can tell on my end
Okay.
that
Thank you.
I can hear you, but she says you're a little low, and if there was any way that you can maybe raise your volume so she can hear you a
Sure,
little
thank
better.
you.
yeah, Joan, the solar flares they knocked the power. We had power loss here just like an hour before showtime. Talk about have a panic attack. Um, okay, let's see. Is Russian gal here? I've not seen that name in chat,
No.
but just in case, I'm going to ask first. What
Did
about?
we already ask on, did you already call out Joan B?
No, I told her that you had her question. I don't see it in the other one, so I figured we would get to it. Because I know she had sent it to you.
Okay.
Because I haven't
What
seen.
about Pixie Dust? Is Pixie Dust here? I
Okay.
don't
All right.
remember
I'll be right back.
seeing
No,
that
we
name
already
either.
asked, and she never showed up. At least on your channel.
Yeah, and Paula O'Connor. Did Paula O'Connor ever show up? I don't remember seeing that name either. Okay, and there was one more that Marina sent me, and I didn't get the name. So, since it's probably going to affect us in some way, shape, or form anyway, I'll go ahead and ask it. Will recovery efforts in Guam go quickly? Evidently, they had a Cat 4 typhoon hit them.
Huh?
That's in Guam. So, that's out over there in the Pacific Ocean. So, Allison jumped away and then came back. I looked down and you were down there. I was like, wait a minute.
Category 5. Wow.
Oh, it was a
That's
category.
Yeah,
horrible.
wow.
Oh boy. Okay. I did ask everybody. You probably can't see in my community. Patty Palmer is going in to have surgery. If you could send her love and healing, that would be wonderful. Anybody else is dealing with any kind of health issue or loss? Thanks, everybody. Thank you.
Okay. There we go. I found,
Oh, the question for
Joan. Yeah. Joan.
Okay, Joan. Okay.
And then I've got a question from
Isabella?
Yeah, I think Isabella is here, and Jules Niner. I'm sure I saw Jules
Niner. I saw
Niner
her
here.
here earlier.
Yes, I know. I did see Jules Niner. I popped in.
What about
somebody else's
Yvette
chat.
Braggs? I don't remember seeing that name in chat.
Nope, haven't seen that at all.
So
Okay.
are we first reading for the Guam thing? Is that what we're reading on right
Yeah,
now?
let's read for Guam, and then we can do Isabella, and then we can wrap it up with a collective, since that's what Jules was asking for.
Well, we have Joan too.
Yes.
Oh,
Joan.
Joan, yeah.
Well, yeah, Jones is the
Yeah,
can
make
you
sure
read on
Joan
the energy
be-
of my new friendship? Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Okay,
Okay,
so we're
just
gonna do let's do Guam real quick. Make
and I
sure
already
we're
pulled
not
from Guam.
picking anything up on Guam. And
What was the particular question? The energies
if
of
the
Guam?
recovery, if the recovery will be
Okay.
quick.
Okay.
Will they get recovery done quickly? Because
Okay.
I'm sure.
And I'm just going to go because I already I mean, I was pulled to the one deck. I like doing this for weather. I got the Eight of Fire, and this is from the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed. And the Eight of Fire, of course, is the Eight of Wands. It's going to be long. It's going to be weary. People are, you know, they may be being down, but they're going to rebuild. There's the beautiful panda right there, and you can see, young lady sitting on the back. So, um, the recovery is going to be a while. It's going to be exhausting. It's going to take some time. Just make sure that we can all send, a lot of love and healing energy to the people. But they're going to be supported. You can see her on the back of the panda. So they are going to be carried through, and it's just like most. It's going to take a while to recover.
Yeah.
But they're supported.
And I got cleanup. And when I look at this
Wow.
card, I see a lot of power with this deer, with the antlers, and I feel like they'll get assistance. He's standing on the top of a mountain, a rocky mountain, and I feel like there will be people that will help
Mhm.
clean it up and get things back together. Hopefully not too, it won't take too long.
So, yeah, I do get that it's going to be quite sickening, actually, for the
Yeah.
people that are doing the recovery.
Mhm.
I get the sense that the loss will be pretty bad.
Mhm.
Oh, wait, maybe I should take myself out of there. Yes, Allie, I agree with
Where did
you.
my hope card go?
The card that I got was Mania.
Oh,
And the message from that is anxiety, nervous imaginings. So I can, it just confirms that
Yeah.
people are going through some things. They will get through it. It will take some time, but this storm hit them in a way that they haven't been hit for a very, very, very long time. So even though they had warning, you're never prepared for that kind of devastation. So
No.
yes,
No.
lots of light and love sent over.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Allison, did you go?
I did. No, I'm going to go right now.
Okay.
Thank you. I got, there is going to be help. I got from the Flowers of the Night Oracle, I got readiness. That was the first card that came out. So I think that they did have some amount of, whatever on hand, first aid or whatever to some degree. And then I got hope, opportunity, and affinity. So affinity, this is like their allies who are, whoever that is. I don't know, and I'm not going to pretend like I do know. But there will be somebody there. And then I drew from the tarot, and I got the Five of Cups, King of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Page of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, the help is going to come in. I think initially somebody wants to, but I don't know that they're able to. And then we have this Wheel of Fortune, and then the Page of Cups with the Knight of Pentacles. So the offer is going to be there. It's going to come in, but it's not going to act super quick. I don't think it's going to be as fast. I mean, but that's all relative. I mean, something like this happens, you need immediate action. I don't feel like, I mean, there's stuff happening, I'm sure, but to the degree that they need it, it's probably not moving to the degree that they need it.
enough.
It will
Yeah.
come. It's just not going to be as swift as, I mean, they need this yesterday, right? So, but yeah, the help will be there. I just hope it's not, a day late and a dollar short.
Everybody else gone?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I pulled one from my Angel Tarot, and it's Ego, Archangel Jophiel. And when I looked this up, it said obsessing over material items. I was like, okay, well, if you just lost everything, yeah, you're going to be a little obsessed over your material items. Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong phone. Uh, um, but I think, especially with what Allison was getting, I was, of course, everybody's focused in on the material, but I don't think it's going to get there quite as fast as they need it. Um, I don't know if it's just because it's going to be difficult for anybody to even get there to get them supplies. Sometimes that can have a lot to do with how quickly they get assistance. Is can they even get into the area to give it? So
Right.
that's
Shelter,
Well, Guam is still a
blankets,
U.S.
like
territory, so yeah.
right. And even though, yeah, even though it's a U.S. territory, still,
Yeah.
if they can't get there, they can't get there.
But the military's there, so hopefully that will
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully
assuage
they'll
some of
be
the
able to
problem.
get some of, at least be able to get, airports opened or ports up and running so that ships can get in.
Mhm.
I know all of that can have a lot to do with trying to get things moving. And what was Joan's question, Marina?
Joan's question, hold on, I put it up here. It appears under Heart Center Tarot. All right, let me.
She wanted to know about a relationship with a friend.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's at 454, so that would be your 554.
554? Okay,
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
Almost there. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Come on. Here we go. Okay, I can't. I thought I could start it, but I can't. So this is her question. All right. Can you read on the energy of my new friendship, possible relationship? And if you don't do those types of questions, could you read on whether this is a good time for me to be exploring a possible new relationship? So there you go. And that is from
Joan B.
Joan B. Yeah.
Okay.
And I have my cards already. These are perfect. Joan B. Love. I got the love card. Says share your heart. To love another is the ultimate expression of grace. And the card that came with it was strength. And it says face your fear. Every challenge is a blessing in disguise, a gift that makes us stronger, more conscious, and ultimately more alive. So trust in the strength of this friendship. And ultimately it's going to make you feel more alive. So me, I feel like this friendship is going to be something good for you, and it could very well blossom into a love relationship. So, but I'm here like take things slowly is what I'm also hearing. Not don't rushing in so fast.
Yeah.
But take time to learn about each other, and when you do that, and you're sharing, you're more intimate with what you share up front. That builds the foundation, and that will probably get rid of fears that you may have of going into a more intimate or closer relationship with this individual.
Okay, and I got thinker, and it says relationship message. Love is not a logical situation, but when you choose a partner, it is good to have things in common other than desire. This is a time to weigh the pros and cons of your relationship. If there is enough common ground, go for it. If not, there are other fish in the sea. Don't force it to work. And should others tell you who they are, take them at their word. Now it is not the time to indulge in a fantasy, no matter what. In this case, the facts are the facts. So remember to stay logical and make your assessments.
Absolutely. Okay. I got the Sisterhood of the Silk Road.
Ooh. Ooh.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Me too. You should see the colors. They're so vibrant. This is Wanderlust and Fortunate Travel. So what I got from that is, yeah, I can definitely sense that you want something else. You want something new to come in. And chances are very good that you will meet someone. However, I do agree with Val that, you know, before you jump in and start planning the wedding on date 3, look at this person and determine, okay, 50 years from now, can I see myself happy with this person? And be honest with yourself, right? You're the only one that will know the answer. And if there's a little voice in the back of your head that says, I don't know, then maybe you can let it go, knowing that there is something else that is coming. That's what I got.
Excellent.
Yep.
So I pulled a card that pretty much says, put away any differences that you either are perceived or that show up, because this is how we learn. We can't all be the same, but we can be open to learning more about different ways of doing things. So if we have differences, there's nothing wrong with that. That's what I got.
Yeah.
Cool.
You're welcome, Joan.
Did everybody else go?
Allison didn't go.
Oh, go,
No.
Allison.
I duck out always. I say hard pass.
Hard pass. Okay.
I got Temperance, which is lovely, right? This is you. Knight of Wands, which is a player. King of Cups, which is fine. This is the hidden influence. So this is somebody who has feelings but doesn't really show them. 10 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles. So let them buy you dinner. You know, you really just want to go out and do something. The 10 of Wands, I clarified it with the 7 of Swords.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
4 of Pentacles, clarified by the High Priestess. This is somebody that holds on, doesn't share, isn't going to talk, isn't going to tell you stuff. Blah, 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 blah. Let them buy you dinner.
Yeah.
If you don't want to do
There
that.
you go.
I say,
That must be why you have to think it out.
Maybe
Tomorrow come along.
Okay, well, we're definitely not talking to the same spirit guys. I got the total.
I mean, you could go
here.
I mean,
I mean,
some people are okay with all that. Me, I'd rather just, it's like, no.
Exactly.
Nope.
No,
I lost this card too. This could be a heartbreak.
I know my
too,
value.
So.
I got opening to discovery. So just to be open-minded to discovering somebody new. And it very well may be a player, like Allison just said, and you just go skip on down the road. But at least be open to the possibilities of it. And then I pulled a merry motive. So have fun.
Motive.
If it's meant to be and meant to last, fantastic. And if not, well, at least you had a good time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
And then I pulled endless possibilities. So anything's possible.
Yep.
Anything's possible. Anything goes. So just
follow your gut. Follow your gut. And yeah, I agree with Allison. Sometimes, you know what? Yeah, it's like a Band-Aid. Just rip it off. And nope, that's it. That's it. No, as there was
There's
a
definitely
t-shirt
attraction here.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. There was a t-shirt that I ordered. I can't wait for it to come in. And it says, know your worth. And then underneath that, and then add tax.
Yeah. Right.
There you go.
And a surcharge.
Joan says, thank you very much. She will keep her eyes open.
Absolutely.
Okay, and that leaves us with the last one for the night.
Yes,
and that's
and that
to
was
pull a collective for everybody.
yes from Jules Niner. A card
And
for the
Julie
collective,
Minor asked for
please.
that. So
You gonna help me, Mozzie, with this? You gonna help me?
we can
Gotta hold on a second here.
Oh, pixie dust. You pixie dust.
is Pixie
We're
Dust here?
almost, yeah,
Yeah.
she just
Oh,
popped
she
in.
is here.
So-
Okay.
Yeah, well, we're
She never
almost
answered
done.
earlier when I called, so
She was
I
out
thought
in her
she
garden.
wasn't here.
No, I think she just popped in.
Allison.
I think we missed something.
Okay, well, since everybody's already pulling for the collective, we'll stay with that. And then Pixie's question is kind of a yes or no question, so
Yeah.
we might be able to just do a pendulum or a yes or no card on that one.
What's
Yeah.
Pixie's question?
Ma'am,
What's
Sorry?
Pixie's question?
our question is that she's contemplating a big move in 2024. Portland, not my first choice, or near Raleigh, North Carolina, to be close to family. Which one is they're going to go to? Are they going to hit Portland or are they going to go to North Carolina?
And she says, sorry, there was a fight near my driveway. Ooh, alrighty then.
Ooh. I hope everybody's safe. No wonder she wants to move. I hear you,
Nowadays,
girl.
you got to be careful. You get shot.
Yeah. Well, Mozzie and I have our card for the collective before we go. So
Okay.
him and I got from the Gemstone Guardians, we got selenite. And it says it's referred to as liquid light. So to discern difference is not judgment, and difference is not separation. All is connected, valued, and unique. So I think that's a beautiful message to send everybody off with for the rest of the week
Mhm.
and into the Memorial Day weekend already. Can you believe it?
Oh, yeah.
Already. So
So I
that's
got.
our card for everybody.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, we're
I
all
got
done.
not for you. So this card is telling the community that you won't get everything you want, and some things, even though you're not going to be able to have these things, it's for your best and highest good because the universe is moving to make other things available to you. So hold tight and just let the universe do its work and bring you all your highest good.
Excellent. So I pulled Archangel Raziel and wisdom, inspiration, and Akashic records. We have everything we need to get the job done.
Yes.
Stick with it. Trust your gut.
Awesome.
Always.
Give me the chills.
And I got, this is Mediterranean.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
And this is about reward, success, and celebration. So keep a positive outlook, set your intention and live your intention as if it has already happened, and success and celebration, whatnot, will come. And I think particularly in light of some of the things that are happening around the world right now, just send out light and love, and it will be successful. Okay.
Allison, did you pull one from the collective or are you still working on the other one? Okay.
I did both. Thank you. Okay. For the collective, freedom, creation, and acceptance. It's just the same thing over and over. The overall energy is death. So letting something go, getting rid of it, feeling free to be yourself, express yourself, creation, and accept yourself. So it's about letting go of something that's false, is what I'm making of this about you. This is about being afraid to show who you really are, letting that go, being genuine, regardless of who that brushes up against or whatever, whether it's friends, family, business, the neighborhood you live in, whatever. This is about being your authentic self.
All right. And then I drew for the collective Panther Spirit, reclaim your power. I think this is a beautiful reminder for everyone to reclaim your power. Stand in your power. Stand up for what you believe is right. Don't let anybody push you around. You know, rely upon that Panther spirit to, I mean, look, he's right there in the middle.
He's right here.
He's looking at everybody like, I got your back. Now do your thing. So, yeah. And then it was, what was Pixie's? Pixie, right? That's the one we missed.
Yeah.
And one other
Moving
thing
to
about
Portland
what I
or
just read,
moving to North Carolina? Okay.
and similar, even to what Sherry just said, this includes hiding your spirituality, sticking it in the closet, not talking about it, not expressing it. If it comes up, shying away from it or whatever. I mean, you can do that if you want to for whoever this is for, but if that's authentically who you are, it's up to you. So, yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so last one of the night, and then we're gonna all be running for the bathroom. I know I will anyway. Pixie dust. Was it pixie dust?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, pixie dust. A big move in 2024. Is it going to be Portland or Raleigh, North Carolina? So, Allison, you seem ready. Why don't you go first? Allison.
Who, me?
Yeah.
You said you already had cards
okay.
pulled for that? Okay.
So
since you're already pulled and was ready for it, yeah, go, girl.
Just mentally, I mean, to me, and again, this is just outspoken me, to me, it's a no-brainer. I mean, Oregon or North Carolina, it's like, I mean,
Or Portland,
no comparison.
Maine. It could be
Oregon
Maine.
for sure. But it also depends on what it is you're wanting to do there. North Carolina, you can have a garden all year long, and you can have door chickens, and you can do all kinds of stuff in North Carolina that, Oregon is a little bit limiting with all the rain, and they do have a winter and all of that. But anyhow, I pulled cards on Oregon. I got joyous, abundance, relax, and faith. So I think you would really enjoy Oregon. They both look good, honestly. You could do either one. I got Blossom for North Carolina, Light, Rejoice, Serenity, and there are negative cards in this deck. There's quite a few of them. I think you would like either one. You just have to see what's going to be a better fit for you. And I don't know what your job situation looks like. I would maybe look more at that and what you can afford as far as purchasing a home and but I think you would like them both. So sorry, I can't really give you a clear one on that.
Yeah, it's a hard one.
No, that makes sense. I got the Mezzo Goddess, which is all about manifestation. So, manifestation and visionary songs. Like Allison said, you can, either place is going to work for you. It's just a matter of where do you truly, really, really, really want to be?
Mm-hmm.
And think about that. If you decide, no, I'm going to go to Portland, that's it. I'm going there. Think about it, visualize yourself there, and you will manifest it. And the same thing for the other North Carolina. But yeah, I'm kind of more feeling Portland than anything else.
Yeah, cool and rainy, but it's nice summer and it's hot and humid in North Carolina. It's really whatever you like as far as weather as well. We're all different with that, what we like.
Now, for me, Portland, I wasn't sure because there's a Portland, Maine and a Portland, Oregon. She didn't specify which state, so I just went straight for North
Oregon.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay, my bad, because I couldn't see. So, yes, Oregon. That's where we want to go. But when I pulled cards and asked my pendulum, and I asked the pendulum about North Carolina, I got a no for my swing. And then when I also asked the one cards, I got perception. So like everybody's saying, it's the perception. It's what you are looking
Yeah.
for, what feels right to you. And that's looking at if it's schools, job opportunities, if it's just, the beauty of the state itself, if it's, where they stand with politics. Is it, too conservative? I know Oregon is really good, even though it's turning more of a little bit more of a redder than a purple like it used to be. There's still a strong community of acceptance of artisans, of metaphysical spirituality there. The land is beautiful. People,
I love
it just
Portland.
seems to be a very cleaner, very more, and of course you're going to see when you research Portland, there's a lot of issues going on with homelessness, but that's really becoming an issue across the whole country. So just be advised too. I know Portland because I had family there. They had to leave because, you know, skyrocketing prices of apartments and stuff. Um, but even the suburbs are very popular now. There, people are finding nice homes in Beaverton, and in other areas. So, just again, it's your perception, what it is that you want, what it is that how you want. If you have a family you're raising, if it's
Yeah, and she says she's retired and son and granddaughter are in North Carolina, and that I do get song messages. So there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I am going to suggest you go to astro.com, put in all of your information for your birth date, year, place, and go to the travel astrocartography. Look and see where your Saturn line is. Look and see where some of the other lines, because I did that. I was looking into Tucson, and it was going to be nothing but pain and misery according to my Saturn line. And when I came to Washington, I had to live a little bit different place than I wanted to, because it was easier to live in that place than it would have been to live higher in the state. So it will show you every place has a negative component to it, but you want the most positive that you can possibly find. And of course, you can always visit the other place.
I did the same thing,
Wonderful.
and it does tell you a lot of good stuff. So
Yeah.
this is for Portland. Good news of money, job offers, solid beginnings. This is for North Carolina or South Carolina. Stuck, being tied up, blindfolded. So that's just from throwing two cards. It doesn't mean the whole thing, but it does have a flavor of saying that your natural personality will not feel free in the Carolinas. That's just a general. But go into the astrocartography is awesome.
Astrocartography.
Yeah,
Like that.
it's awesome. I've done
Is
it.
it free or do you pay a
Yep.
fee?
I
Oh,
paid
free?
somebody to
You
do
can
it.
have somebody do it, though.
Yeah, and he, yeah, it's good to know.
Yep.
What was the website, Allie, that you were talking about?
Astro.com,
Oh, okay, yeah,
free.
yeah.
But, if you need somebody, you can ask an astrologer to help interpret it if you can't.
And there are several in this community that we have. I mean, you
There
have,
are definitely several here.
yeah.
Yes.
So
I think we have Marina.
Well, little knowledge.
Oh,
Little
okay.
knowledge. Still have stuff to learn, but yeah. I'm writing it down because I'm going to go to that site.
Oh, bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Okay. Did everybody
And
go?
your money will go a lot farther in North Carolina than it will in Oregon. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
huge
But is
difference.
that worth your lifestyle shift?
When I
Yeah.
when I did the
Cheaper in
pendulum,
North Carolina and near the grandbabies.
when I did the pendulum, I got a yes on both of them. So I think it's just going to be a matter of
Perspective.
Yeah, that
because then the
perception,
card I pulled was 8 of water, which is the 8 of cups. And it just says a desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual, and emotional growth. Now, I think I understand the draw of wanting to go to the Carolinas because your grandchild's there, your son is there, you have family there. I get it. I live in the deep south too. um, I would rather deal with hurricanes than I would with snowstorms. Go figure. Um, I don't do well in cold, but I've never been to Oregon, but I've certainly seen pictures, and it is a beautiful,
Stunning.
beautiful place. It's breathtakingly gorgeous. And, they're depending on your political bent. If you're more to the left of things, you would be a lot happier in Oregon than you will be in the Carolinas. However, the Carolinas might be the best because not only is your family there, but then so is your voice. That could help turn the tide of what's happening in the Carolinas.
Oh, I
I
like
think
that
some,
perspective.
I think some of us get, because I know there are times when I have people ask me, "What the hell are you still doing in Louisiana?" It's home, okay? And there's a lot more of people like me here than folks realize, but we've been kept silent for so long that nobody knows how to speak out anymore. And we're just starting to be heard. And I think it's just going to take a little bit longer.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
know.
Like my
Allie. See you later.
Bye, Allie.
Bye, Allie.
And
Okay.
so, yeah, it's a tough choice. And I didn't give you a clear answer. I'm sorry. I didn't
There's
have
not
one
one.
for you this time.
She's gonna have to
But
decide first.
I would definitely meditate on it big time. So, okay, well, we're at an hour and a half, so we definitely ran over a little longer. I'm so sorry. And
No, it's fine. Fine for me.
y'all have a lovely, lovely. Did everybody go with the last reading?
Yeah, Allison, you went, right? Okay.
Yeah. Val,
Yeah,
did you go?
We all went. So
Okay, I just want to make sure.
you can sign off.
I'm a little scatterbrained tonight, so thank you, ladies, for being here tonight. Thank you to everyone in chat for coming. Watch our community tabs on Monday. Monday we will post our little blurb for the coming Wednesday, and put your questions in the comments there, and we'll pull those questions, and those are the ones that we'll read on next Wednesday night. So y'all have a wonderful week. We're halfway through it. We're almost to the weekend. Hang in there. It's getting here.
Okay.
And
Have a safe Memorial Day weekend, everybody.
yes, that's right. That's right. Have a safe Memorial Day weekend.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Okay.
y'all.
Bye.